Nice job tonight, everyone. Yeah, that was sick. Congrats on new staff in us. Thanks. Lion, dude, you're damaged. What the frick? Yeah, I was trying out something Verdant suggested. Credits go to him, really. Not at all. You were great. I'm heading off. I'll upload the logs later. Great work, team. Not all. See ya. I lean back in my chair and rub my eyes tiredly. It's only 10 p.m., but I've got an early class tomorrow. Just as I think I'm about to log off, though, I hear a ping from my computer. It's my close friend and longtime officer in a Lost Heroes Guild, Verdant. Hey, how did you find that? As much as I really should go to sleep, I can't resist replying. Pretty good, to be honest. To start with, I was worried we wouldn't get it down, but we made quick progress. Thanks again for recommending that build. It was fire. No worries. Yeah, I just saw it featured on this content creator I follow, so thought I'd pass it along. Yeah, I'm gonna tweak it a little, I think. Definitely use it as a base from now on. Cool. You up to anything much for the rest of the night? Be responsible and go to bed. I'm gonna chat to Verdant, why not? Nothing really, just getting psyched up for class in the morning. We're starting our first big project. Ooh, yeah, you changed your major, right? Yeah, I'm in coding 101. But I'm starting later than everyone else, so I'm way behind. Then you best get some sleep. We'll chat tomorrow? Sure. We still have to clear out that polar bear cave for your gem quest, right? Sure, but can't wait if you're busy. I think my brother is coming home tomorrow anyway, so I might have to help him out around the house. He's been away again? Yeah, just for the weekend. I'll ask about Verdant's brother. Where was he this time? I don't know. Out of country, I think. He doesn't really tell me. Anyway, you've really got to get some sleep. Yeah, you're right. Night. Speak tomorrow. Good night. Huh. I shut down the PC and head out of my room, grabbing the empty glass from my desk. Yeah, I'll refill it, then get ready for bed. Just as I'm approaching the little kitchenette in my shared accommodation, though, I hear the front door open. It's my roommate, Casper, back from his audition. He's a theater major in his final year. It's just the two of us here in this little off-campus place. I just moved here a few weeks ago, when I changed majors, and Casper came the week after me. We haven't spoken much since he moved in. I'm still not sure why he got put with a freshman. I wish I could get to know him better. It's probably good that he keeps to himself. I wish I could get to know him better. He seems to be really friendly, so I'm hoping we get to speak more and be more than just roommates. And probably be much better roommates together. Doesn't hurt that he's easy on the eyes either. Tonight, he's looking pretty dejected. I wonder if something bad happened. Hey, Lion. Hey, Casper saying that. Hey, how are you? Honestly, not great. I just completely threw the audition. Oh man, what happened? Oh my god, why are you in my face? He walks further into the room, pulling his shoes off and flops onto the couch. I just got all up in my head about it. This is the dream, you know. I'm so close, and then I think about how this one could be the one, and it just gets me all jittery. I'm just not in the right headspace. It sounds rough. He nods. I feel sorry for him. I haven't seen him look this down before. It must have been a really important audition. I'll ask him about the audition. You want to talk about it? Honestly, not really. I want to just forget it ever happened. I glance at the clock and apologize in advance for my future self. You want some ice cream? You look like you could use some. Any flavor you like. My treat. He smiles slightly. I suppose I've not had my ice cream moment yet since breaking up with Danny. Wait, why are his eyes like shot like that? Yeah, go on and then. Neapolitan, if they have it. Strawberry will do if they don't. Oh, a fellow Neapolitan enjoyer, I see. He grins. It's the best, isn't it? Maybe I'll let you share if you're lucky. I laugh and elbow him. Thanks, Lion. My pleasure. I grab my coat off the hook by the door and slip my feet into my comfortable shoes. See you in 5. Heading out the door and across the road, I make my way to the convenience store around the corner. It's nice living in the city. Everything is so close by. The little buzzer greets me as I head inside. Archie is behind the counter as usual on his laptop. I often come in here late after finishing a raid, and he's always on the night shift. We've never exchanged words beyond the basic pleasantries, but I think he's really hot. I locate the ice cream quickly. Luckily, they have Neapolitan, and I grab myself an energy drink and a bag of chips. Yeah, I'm going to need the boost in the morning. On my way to the counter, I notice a guy standing really close to the alcohol and looking around. He looks real shifty, so I keep an eye on him. Archie looks up as I approach and stands, ready to scan my items. Why is everyone in this visual novel hot? Hey, will this be all? Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I'm still watching the shady person out the corner of my eye. He moves too suddenly to be natural and keeps looking behind himself nervously. I'll tell Archie about it. I can't just sit by and let someone steal. Something about how the man who stands by and sees evil being done is as bad as the evildoer himself. Yeah, I speak to Archie in a low voice. Excuse me. I think the guy over there might be lifting your beer. His eyes widen and shift past me to the perpetrator. You're right, he is. Hey, you! He vaults over the counter and runs towards the figure. The shoplifter panics. Wait, what? God damn it, I will stop the dude. I didn't get to read that. Before I can even think about it, my feet move instinctively and I bar his way. He skids to a stop, swearing, but before he can turn around, Archie is on him. He tackles him to the floor and pulls 4 cans of beer out of his pockets. Get off! I was going to pay for those. Sure you were, buddy. Get out. And be grateful I'm not calling the cops. Screw you! The would-be thief stands up, spits at Archie's feet, and runs off. Thanks for your help there. What's your name? I think I've seen you around here, It's Lion. I live around the corner from here, so I come in now and again. Nice to meet you, Archie. Likewise. You saved my butt back there. Anything that gets stolen on my shift comes out of my paycheck, so that would have been a real pain. Thanks. No problem. I'm so taken aback by his gorgeous strawberry blonde hair and warm eyes, I'm struggling to get the words out. This is bad. He grins at me and I feel like I might faint. I owe you one. Let me know if I can ever repay the favor, okay? Sure, I'll see you around. I pay for my items and with a final wink, Archie waves goodbye. Yeah, I'll be thinking about that wink all night. Oh, God. How do people as cute as him even exist? I can't wait to cash in that favor. Man, why do I keep going for the heartbreaker route? Before long, I'm back home. Casper is still sitting on a couch, idly watching television. I grab 2 spoons, kick my shoes off, and slump on the couch beside him. Hi! You'll never guess what happened to me. Attacked by a bear? Almost. Caught a shoplifter. Whoa, really? I open the tub and offer him a spoon. He takes it and we dig in. Yeah, I'm surprised I kept my cool. Especially with the guy behind the counter being, well, to be honest, super hot. Casper raises an eyebrow at this. Corner shop guy? I suppose I can see it if you're into blondes. I'm into everything! Yeah, I've been out since I was about 15. Cool, same here. I came out pretty early. So I suppose it was fairly easy for me with a background in theater. People are more surprised when you're straight. I chuckle at that. Yeah, I'm lucky. No traumatic family reaction, no lost friends. My whole life just kind of carried on. You're right, there were the lucky ones. My life was pretty perfect, to be honest. At least until I met Danny and everything went tits up. He pauses, his smile dimming. That's a story for another time. I've had enough of being modeling tonight. Tell me about that online game you play. I hear you talking to your friends all the time. I'm surprised to hear that Casper's interested. It doesn't seem to be the gaming time. I decided to humorous change of subject. It's called Lost Heroes. Have you heard of it? There was a club for it in my high school. Beyond that, no. It's an MMORPG. Basically, you play online with a bunch of other people. You've got all your standard fantastical archetypes. Wizards, warriors, thieves, you name it. You create your own character, do quests, level up, earn cool armor, gain reputation with city folk, and kill final bosses. For that, you need a raid of 25 peoples, and we have to talk on comms. So that's probably what you're hearing. Sounds pretty epic, to be honest. I was always into those kind of stories as a kid. I guess I just never found my way into playing video games. Do you think you could maybe teach me how to play? Sounds like fun. Sure. Sure, really doesn't seem like your sort of thing. I'll go for the first option. I'm pretty flabbergasted, but take this as a good opportunity to get to know my roommate better. And the guild could always use more members. Alright, sure. I'll send you the link to download it. Do I have your number? Yeah, I don't think so. Here, give me your phone. He adds his number to my phone and hands it back to me with a grin. Cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this line. Yeah, it's been a while since I picked up anything new. Yeah, I should head to bed now. So, it's been a long day. I deliberately avoid glancing at the clock. I don't even want to know how tired I'm going to be tomorrow. Putting the remaining ice cream in the freezer, I turn the television off, leave the spoons in the sink, and bid Casper goodnight as we enter our respective rooms. It'll be fun to teach him how to play. Perhaps I'll get Verdant in on it too. He's always online and has been playing for years, so he knows the game better than anyone. It might be nice for him to meet Casper too. Other than me, he doesn't really have any friends. I settle into bed. Energy drink and university laptop by my bedside, ready for the morning. My buzzing alarm wakes me up, and I scramble to turn it off. It's far too early. With a groan, I pull myself out of bed and traipse into the bathroom to make myself more presentable. The professor insists on us being on camera when we talk. I finish up shaving and brushing my hair, then find some relatively clean clothes. I'm at my laptop with the virtual classroom loaded up with just seconds to spare. Good morning, class. I hope you're all excited because today you're going to be starting your first project. Now, I put you into groups of 4 to begin with. Please go into your separate chat rooms and greet each other. Following the professor's instructions, I enter chat room B. I haven't been in the class for that long, and I only know a few of my course mates, so I'm hoping that I've been put with someone I speak to. Soon enough, 3 others join the chat. Warren, a quiet guy who doesn't really interact with anyone. Lucy, an outgoing girl I've spoken to once or twice with half blue and half pink hair who loves wearing Harley Quinn tops. And, oh no, anyone but this guy! Wow, really? Professor Hodge put me in with you. Obviously, he thinks you're failing and needs me to pull your grades up. There's no way he'd stick me here otherwise. Guillermo. This guy is an absolute bellend. Surely he can't be all that bad. I mean, a bellend's a bellend, but you know what? Like, he's my bellend. Don't look up what bellend means. Like, you don't want to know. Oh, God. He's pretty rude in class chat since day 1 and constantly looks down on us. But I'm sure he's not that bad deep down, right? Internally groaning, I try to concentrate on the assignments. Each one of us has to create code for different parts of a functioning website. I focus diligently on my section, ignoring the pings from the chat for a while. When I look back at it, it's almost all Guillermo messaging. Aren't you finished yet? You're all so slow. This is unreal. Lucy sends me a private message, which I click on. Hi? I can't with him. I'm sorry. He's literally the worst. Yeah, I know what you mean. Really? Really hope we aren't stuck with him all semester. Just then the main chat pings. Professor Hodge has joined our meeting. I hope you're all getting on well. Your group is responsible for the creation of the website, but you'll be working in pairs on each section. By the end of the project, I expect a fully functioning site built from the ground up. It's up to you how you delegate the responsibilities, but each pair must put in 50% of the work. I'll be assigning pairs who complement each other's style. Let me guess, I'm with Guillermo. I hold my breath. That'd be Lucy. Even Warren is likely it won't be either one of them because, like, this is a dating sim. I know for a fact he's gonna put me up with the one guy I don't want to be with. A word, Professor, if you don't mind? Sorry, Guillermo, but you'll have to wait for now. So based on your personal preferences when it comes to coding functions, and your level of ability, of course, I'll be pairing Warren with Lucy and Lion with Guillermo. My head slams back against the headrest on my chair. Partner with Guillermo for the whole course? Professor must be punishing me or something. Please ensure you work well with your partner. After all, teamwork is the key to any successful venture. If you have any questions, you may contact me via email. Professor, sorry, could I please just speak with you quickly? Professor Hodge disconnects from the chat. Oh no, Guillermo, you're stuck with me! You're stuck with me! Oh, for God's sake. Lion, I hope you know I'm not happy about this. Yeah, got that loud and clear, Guillermo. No worries, I'm not exactly thrilled to be working with you either. Sorry guys, but Warren and I are going to start our own chat just for now. We'll catch up with you too, where we have the first part done. My private message dings again. It's Warren. Sorry, but it's him, not you. Yeah, I know. No hard feelings. Wish me luck, lol. You're gonna need it. Sighing, I call Guillermo. There's no reason to use the group chat if Warren and Lucy don't participate. I spare them the vitriol. Oh, he is so... I'm fine. This is totally normal behavior. I don't know why you guys are laughing and are crying and are cringing at this. This is totally normal behavior. I swear, you're the weird ones. But anyway, he picks up the video call and glares at me. He's hotter than I thought. Despite everything, I find myself wanting to run my hands through that thick, curly hair. I shake the feeling off. For God's sake, this is Guillermo! Look, Guillermo, I know you don't like me, but you gotta work with me, so let's just get this done, okay? Don't speak too soon. I'm emailing the professor right now. He's not gonna change your partner. I doubt he'll even read your email. Well, I'm not working with you all year. My grades will never recover. You're so full of yourself, Jesus. Look, I'm gonna focus on the project, okay? Let me know when you're ready to stop being a child and get this done. I hang up in frustration. Enemies to lovers? Enemies to lovers? Please, please, please! Guillermo doesn't message me again for the rest of the day. Thank God. How can someone who looks that good be that unbearable? As soon as class is done, I message Verdant. Or is it Verdant? Hey, Verdant, you here? It only takes him a minute to reply. Yeah, what's up? God, I need to take a break and murder some corrupted bears. You up for doing your quest? Sorry, I can't right now. My brother just got home. He needs you for something? It's complicated. Sorry. I can still chat for a bit though. I just can't get involved in any big quests. Alright, log in then. What? I load up the game and when I log in, I find myself in the Wits End Tavern, where I last logged out after the raid. Whoa! Verdant's character is here too, sitting at a table with a mug. I join him and slash grin. His character is a burly paladin and our strongest healer. I play a sorcerer, so I'm always grateful to have him along with me on quests to keep me alive. For all the time I've known him, almost 2 years now, I still don't know what he looks like or even his real name. He's quite a private person. All I know is that he lives alone with his older brother and is on Lost Heroes basically 24/7. Hey. Hey. Rough morning class then? You have no idea. The prof paired me with this complete... Oh God, this complete dingus. And I have to work with him all year. Oh, man. Well, keep venting or spare Verdant. Oh, now we're getting some new ones. Let's spare Verdant to talk about Casper instead. Yeah, anyway, screw him. I'm not gonna let it affect my grade. Oh, good news though. You know Casper, right? My roommate? You've told me about him. The actor-musician guy? Yeah, him. He's going to come play with us soon. Really? Yeah, we chatted about the game last night. He seems super into it. Think he's downloading it later today. You want to get in on teaching him? Could be fun. Definitely. It's always fun welcoming new guildies. Cool. I'll find out later when he's around and introduce you to. Sounds good. Sorry, Lion. I gotta go AFK for a bit. My brother's calling me. Back in a bit. No worries. I'm gonna go beat something up, lol. See you later. I spent the rest of the day helping a farmer clear his farm of a kobold infestation. By the time I'm done, it's well in the afternoon. I sit up and stretch languidly, wondering what to do next. What? Ah, God damn it! I have to choose. Ooh, so I gotta pick between Casper, Archie, Verdant, or Guillermo. Ooh, frick, is there a way for me to save? Can I save? Okay, yeah, I can save. Yeah, good. Okay, so I'm going to pursue Guillermo, because I swear I'm not a masochist. I decide to get some work done, but no matter what I do, I can't seem to focus. I've been up and down to the fridge about 6 times already, knowing there's nothing new in it. I've rearranged my chair, my desk to the most comfortable configuration they've ever been in. I've cleaned my screen, tidied my room, and made my bed. There's officially no more procrastination to be done, yet I still can't seem to dig into this assignment. Partly, it's because I can hear Casper furiously fighting monsters in his room, and I'm itching to log into Lost Heroes and join him. But mostly it's because, despite not wanting to admit it, I'm finding this assignment quite difficult. It's supposed to be done in pairs, of course, but contacting Guillermo is the last thing I want to do right now. I'd sooner struggle alone and maybe ask Warren or Lucy for help at a later stage. Guillermo can do his half or not for all I care. I sigh and run my hand through my hair, watching the lines of code on the screen blur into meaninglessness. Why couldn't I have been paired with anyone else? My thoughts are cut short by an angry buzzing in my pocket. Oh. Startled, I pull out my phone to see it's a video call from Guillermo himself. Perhaps it's like Beetlejuice that I accidentally thought him into existence. I put on my politest face and answer the call. Hi, Guillermo, what's up? He has a haughty expression and is wearing what looks to be an expensive silk shirt. His hair is wild in a way that looks like it's carefully curated, and his tan skin is flawless. His background is a large, airy room with a high ceiling, cream-colored walls, arched windows, and a corner of a gigantic padded red couch. Clearly, he's not wanting for luxury. I wonder briefly if he lives in a city. A place that size in the middle of town would cost at least millions, if not more. He clears his throat, his Adam's apple bobbing, and glares at me. What do you mean, what's up? You're late to our first report session. Honestly, you can't even be bothered to keep time, and I'm supposed to work with you? Holding back the biting retort on my tongue, I check the time on my laptop screen. He's right. I should have been signed into the class chat program by now. Sorry, Guillermo. Time got away from me, I guess. Yeah, I did make a start, though. Have you had a chance to look through the material yet? Guillermo tosses his head and rolls his eyes, his hair bouncing and falling across his forehead. He reaches up reflexively and pulls it back into place. I catch myself wondering what it'd be like to run my hands through it. God, hey, it's silky, it's hard not to stare. Let's go with that. It looks so soft. Perhaps I could ask him what conditioner he uses. That'd be a weird question. His grating, whiny voice interrupts my meandering thoughts. No, I haven't. Because I, unlike you, was waiting for the person who's supposed to be my partner. So we could work on it together? I'm brought back to harsh reality. I'd almost forgotten about his atrocious personality for a moment there. Gritting my teeth, I force out a smile. Again, sorry, I just wanted to try and get a head start on it, you know? Let's go through the introduction together and we can look at what I've done and revise it. Fine. I'll see you in the online classroom. And by the way, I'm not your butler. Don't expect me to come chase you every time you fail to show up. I opened my mouth to reply, but he's already clicked off the call. Yeah, I'm left staring at my phone in disbelief. How could anyone be this rude? I wonder briefly what he's like to his friends outside of class, then shake myself out of it. Don't, Lion, I tell myself sternly. Just get over your stupid attraction to him. This one's really not worth the trouble. The online class screen pops up, and I enter my chat room with him. And he's already posted a gif of a man checking his watch. God, this is going to be a long day. After a long day of studying, I'm finally ready to sit down and relax for a while. It's been really tough working on this assignment, so I'm glad I can blow some steam on Lost Heroes. Casper, Verdant, and I are in the wit's end when we're approached by Thuribal and Levin. Hey guys, we're about to go and kill the Banshee in Forge Right Castle. You want to come? We could use a healer. Ooh, that sounds good. I actually need an item from her. Would Moggy be able to join us though? He's still quite low level. Shouldn't be a problem. We can carry you, Moggy. Just make sure you know how to dodge. Ooh, is this my first dungeon? Yeah, thankfully Forge Right isn't too hard, but you'll definitely have to watch your feet. You should be fine though. Sweet, let's do it. We finish our tankards and follow Thuribal and Levin out of the inn. Where are we? It doesn't take long with our high-speed mounts to reach the gates of the dreary haunted castle. It towers over the surrounding moor, its crumbling turrets a testament to the once mighty civilization here that was abandoned long ago. All that remains here are the wailing banshees and specters of memories past. Cautiously, we make to enter the gates and go into the dungeon proper, but before we can, a voice calls out to us. Fancy seeing Raro's little pussy crew here. Sighing, I signal to Casper to ignore him and exchange a knowing look with the others. Kalanex's guide, pirate paladins, have caused us no end of trouble in the past. There seems to be some beef between him and Raro, though what it is, nobody's quite sure. In any case, him and his band of thugs often try to find opportunities to troll us and interfere with our play. I often feel sorry for them. They can't have much else to do if they're just spending their time wasting everyone else's. It's not good news that he's shown up here now, though. Sure enough, even as we hustle to the entrance, another one of his goons, Ultra, appears and bars the way. Boss is talking to you. You better turn around. It's rude to ignore people. He's right behind us now, flanked by two more of his guild members and sneering unpleasantly. Where's your GM today? From what I heard, there's trouble in paradise in your little clan. Spill the beans. I want to know what's happening. Leave us alone, Kalanex. Nobody wants to deal with you today. We're just trying to get our friend through Forge Right. Why do you always have to be terrible? Yeah, I'm just asking questions. Anyway, wasn't talking to you. I'm only interested in the officers. You know, people that actually matter. I grit my teeth and force myself to relax. Getting annoyed only plays into his hands. Leave off, Kalanex. Verdant steps in front of me protectively, and his hand drifts over to the handle of his mace. Lion and Moggy have nothing to do with this. Can't you bother us another time? Who's bothering anyone? We're having a conversation. Well, we don't want to converse with you. Let us get into the dungeon. You speaking for them now as well? Kalanex motions over towards Thuribal and Levin, who are standing back, looking uncomfortable. Verdant steps right up to Kalanex and points in his face. I'm an officer, and I speak for my guild. You don't like it? Take it up with Raro. Now let us in. Faced with Verdant's threatening stance, and probably realizing he isn't going to get any information, Kalanex folds his arms and signals to Ultra to move out of the way. This is a waste of my time. Be thankful I'm not taking this opportunity to show your newbie friend what the inside of his guts look like. Next time, I won't hold back. I want to know what's going on in your guild, and one of you is going to spill it. With a menacing stare, the goons depart. I breathe a sigh of relief and quickly usher Casper into the dungeon before any more trouble can find us. What was that all about? They're just trolls. Ignore them. They have nothing better to do with their lives than try to ruin everyone else's fun. Forget about them. Let's kill ourselves a banshee. We soon get ourselves caught up in exercising ghosts, and before long, all thoughts of Kalanex are gone from my mind. Done! I flop back in my chair and throw my head back in relief. I finally drafted out the final parts of the login page that comprised our first project. That felt like it took forever. Wonder how Guillermo's doing on his half. The deadline isn't for a couple of weeks, but I've always liked being ahead of the game and giving myself time to make adjustments. Feeling unusually optimistic, I decided to send him a message to see how he's getting on. Hey Guillermo, I just finished half of the code. How are you getting on? Instantly, the tick lights up as the message is read. He must have already had his phone in his hand to look at it that quickly. You've already finished? It can't possibly be done properly. I'm calling you. I sigh. Why did I ever think messaging him would be a good idea? His caller ID flashes up and I reluctantly accept his video call. He's back in his gigantic living room and pristine clothes. His hair is, as usual, perfect. I briefly wonder what he thinks of me in my Cheeto-dusted gray t-shirt and sweatpants. Then I catch myself wondering why do I even care and verbally shut off that train of thought entirely. Not today, rabbit hole. Not today! Are you even listening? I realized that no, I was in fact not. Sorry, Guillermo. I think it's a bad connection or something. What did you say? He tosses his head imperiously and adopts an insulted tone, as if seeing straight through my flimsy lie. Like I don't have better things to do today than talk idiots through the basics. Look, there's no way you've already finished your half of this assignment if you've been doing it properly. You're missing something, or you must have misunderstood it. Up until this point, I've been willing to put up with his condescending remarks. They were annoying, but nothing I couldn't deal with. This is getting insulting, and I frown at him. It's unfair, Guillermo. I've done everything that was on the task list. How far have you got, then? For the first time, he doesn't answer back, snarkily. Instead, a different emotion flickers across his face. Guilt. I know. I've looked at it. Briefly. Looked at it brief? Jesus, Guillermo, it's due in 2 weeks! Do you want me to work on it with you? Panic about finishing the assignment on time overrides my natural dislike of him. I'm willing to put in whatever work it takes to finish this on time. Guillermo, it seems, has other ideas. No, it's fine. I could do something this easy in about 3 hours. 3 hours? Did you even read the task list properly? Yes, what's the problem? You don't think I'm up to it? That's laughable. I don't think anyone will be up to that no matter how good they are. It's almost 1,000 lines of code. You've got to get started now, Guillermo. I don't want this to affect my grade. I've got more important things to deal with today. And I don't need the likes of you lecturing me on grades when you're the one who's going to drag us down. My guy, you're the one who didn't finish his part of the assignment. Focus to try to persuade him to get started on work, get angry about snide comments. I'm going to focus. What could possibly be more important than this? This is college, Guillermo. It's not a game. I don't care how superior you think you are to everyone else. You can't just leave it till the last minute. He seems to be taken aback by my comment, and it's the first time that I've ever seen him look unsure of himself. It's over very quickly, though, and he resumes his sneering manner. I'll have you know my father's in the city tonight. He's flown in from Colombia and expects me to be at a restaurant tonight for dinner. I don't have time to work on your silly login page. I'll start tomorrow. In the meantime, I suggest you go over yours again so you aren't embarrassed during the presentation when you see how it matches up to mine. Be seeing you. You piece of... Ugh! He closes the call before I even have the chance to reply. Was it just me, or did he seem a little off when he was talking about his father? Like he didn't really want to go? Perhaps I'm just reading too much into things. Sighing, I decided to ignore his advice and go and relax on Lost Heroes for a bit. I've done enough work for today. Where am I? A few hours later, I'm engrossed in battling a raging swamp giant. It's the first boss that Casper needs to access his next power level. We've cornered it, but with 2 frail robe-wearing counselors and no tank, we're cautious about getting hit. Verdant is a good healer, but even he won't be able to keep us alive when we get hit by that thing's club. I dodge a sweeping strike and then quickly duck as it flails back over my head. This guy hits hard. Damn. Watch out! Casper's character turns a second too late and is smacked hard in the middle by the giant swinging arm. He flies over my head, and his sprawled form lands with a sickening thud against the side of the boulder. Verdant springs into action, muttering swiftly and conjuring a beam of light, which enters Casper's chest and renovates him. He lands on his feet, dizzy but alive, and shakes his head to clear it. Thanks, Verdant. That was done for. You're welcome. Guys, it's leaving. What's happening? The giant turns away from us and lumbers to the other side of the clearing, roaring in anger. I see another player there. No, two. One has a large kite shield and is standing defensively in front of the other. It looks like they've taunted the enemy and taken it away from us. Although this means we're no longer in imminent danger, it also means that the items the giant drops, which Casper needs, won't be ours for the taking. The warrior's friend finishes casting his death spell, which shoots in a dark, undulating beam from his hands and critically strikes the giant in the forehead. It crumples to the ground, motionless. All our hard work was for nothing. I'm furious. It's common courtesy to leave people alone if they're fighting open world enemies. These guys clearly aren't new to be able to fell a giant that easily, so they must be trying to cause trouble to have just stolen it like that. I march up to them, intending to give them a piece of my mind when I see the guild tags above their heads. Pirate Paladins. Oh god, it's these guys again. Kalinex's guild really can't stand anyone else having fun, can they? Irritated on Casper's behalf for the fact that we now have to wait for the giant to respawn and fight it all over again for his item, I call out to them. What did you do that for? It was our kill! The warrior squares up to me, sneering. His name is Wilhelm. What the frick do you mean? We killed him fair and square. Now screw off! I glare at him, bristling with anger. Behind me, Verdant hefts his mace and Casper looks worried between us. Since we're in the open world, player versus player duels are permitted here. You know full well that was our mob. You guys are clearly just not good enough to kill it without someone else doing 90% of the work. Then again, I don't know if I should expect any better from Pirate Paladins. Now why don't you just go screw off yourselves? Wilhelm steps right up to my face and stares me down. I don't care, he's really pissing me off. Between the three of us, I'm confident we can take him and his friend if it comes to it. Come on, fight me. You know what? Take him on even harder. Gladly. I win, you give us our loot. Fine, but if I win, you delete your character. I'm in too deep at this point to back out. Done. The duel flag is dropped and I stand a few paces back and ready my shadow magic. I see Verdant giving Casper frantic whisper instructions. Good. It looks like I'll be able to rely on them to back me up. After 3 seconds, the duel officially begins, and Wilhelm charges at me, roaring, just as I anticipated he would do. I step back and trigger the shadow trap I laid in his path, and he staggers, falling to his knee. Phasing into the ether, I step around him as he struggles to free himself from the tendrils that bind him to the floor. Then I appear behind him and prepare the final strike to the weak spot on the back of his neck, unprotected by armor. Sadly, though, my screen goes white as I'm blindsided by his companion, an engineer, who throws a flash bomb. I hear Wilhelm get up, freed from my snare, and his hands reach out of the whiteness as he closes his thick fingers around my neck. For a moment, I wriggle, helpless. Then he's knocked off his feet once more, and I fall to the floor, scrambling to get up. Verdant stands over his prone form, mace held in both hands, and casts a quick healing spell to top my vitality off. Before I can thank him, I have to grab his arm and duck. The other foe opens fire with his musket, and the shot barely grazes the top of our heads. He readies another round, but before he can shoot again, Casper's bolt of ice strikes his hand and he drops the gun, cursing. Verdant is on him in a second, swinging his mace with a heavenly judgment that crashes into him and sends him flying. Wilhelm has got to his feet and is attempting to ambush Verdant from behind, but before he can, I mutter a quick spell and bind his hands. He drops his weapon and screams in rage, turning back towards me and charging with the fury of a bull. I phase out just as he reaches me, reappear behind him once more and slice his neck with my finishing spell. He drops to the ground, defeated. The duel is over. Groaning, he and his companion get back to their feet. Our loot, if you please. Screw you! A deal's a deal. I'm not giving you anything. Screw off! With that, they share a glance and chattel teleportation spell, disappearing back to their guild base. I knew they were going to do that. Good job though, guys. Make a great team. Honestly, if we use that same strategy on the giant as we did there, we'll ace it next time. It should be respawning soon, so let's try it. You weren't really going to delete your character, were you, Lion? Yeah, I wouldn't have to. We were never going to lose. Let's get this giant down and forget about him. Hours later, I've almost forgotten the altercation until I suddenly get a private message from Kalinex, the Pirate Paladins Guildmaster. I heard you attack 2 of our members today, unprompted, 3 on 2, and tried to bully them into giving you their loot. I was out tonight, so I only just heard about it. You had to explain before I report you to Raru and make an official complaint with the Game Masters. I chuckle. Of course that's how they spun it. I think you know full well none of that happened the way they said. Go ahead and make a report if you want to. I dare you. Everyone knows your guild's full of, well, dinguses. I'll tell everyone what actually happened. Not before I personally make your life hell. I roll my eyes. Some people take this game way too seriously. Seriously. It's finally the day of our big presentation. I recognize this song. Frank, I've heard this used in so many goddamn games. The login page that Guillermo and I have been working on will be paired with Lucy and Warren's table of contents. I will present it in front of the rest of the class. We'll have to show the code we wrote, and then demonstrate the page working as intended, and explain our design choices behind how it works. I'm quite excited to hand in my first project and get some feedback from Professor Hodge. I'm still not sure how Guillermo's half has gone, though. He won't let me see anything he's done, claiming I'm going to copy him and put us both under suspicion. At this point, I'm just tired of arguing. Perhaps when he sees what I've been able to do alone, he'll let me in on his work for the subsequent projects. After all, we are going to be a pair for the whole year, so sooner or later, we have to start being a team. Professor Hodge's video flickers on and everyone stops chattering, waiting for him to begin. Hello everyone, good morning. As you know, today is the day of your presentation, and this will count towards your final grade for the year. I hope you've all come prepared. There's a general murmur of assent, with the people showing on camera nodding at his words. Good. Well, let's get started then. No time like the present. First up, we have Lion, Guillermo, Lucy, and Warren. Warren, you start. Warren's camera appears on the screen, and he looks visibly nervous. He clears his throat, fumbling with the share screen button. Can everyone see? Yes, go ahead. So, Lucy and I, we were working on the table of contents for the Hypecast website. We made extensive use of hyperlinks on the page, and over here, you'll see we've created a separate box to make each section easy to use. His voice gets stronger and more confident as he talks us through the code, and even speaks about decisions he and Lucy took together. At the end, Lucy logs onto the website as a user and demonstrates the working page, and Professor Hodge nods in approval. A stellar effort from the both of you. It's basic, that's true, but it's clearly functional, and that was the main priority of the assignment. Thank you, Warren. Lucy, did you have anything to add about your part in this? Lucy shakes her head. We worked very closely together on pretty much all of it, so I think Warren has kind of summed it up. The background color was all me, though. Originally it was white, but I thought it would be a better idea to make it a soft gray to avoid prolonged blue light exposure. An excellent idea. Thank you, both of you. Now, Lion, would you care to show us your login page? I turn on my camera, subconsciously running a hair through my hair to tidy it. My leg is shaky under the desk. I didn't think I'd be this nervous. Sure. So, I'll be honest to say I haven't seen a finished page yet, so Guillermo will take you through that part. For my section, which was just a basic running script for the login and password protection, here's how I coded it. I talked them through my writing decisions, taking time to explain each choice and how I tackled the tasks on the list. By the time I'm finished, the professor is nodding in approval. Excellent. So I presume that Guillermo has done the design? Correct. Well, Guillermo, care to show us? Guillermo's camera turns on and he looks more nervous than I've ever seen him. Oh, no. That can't be anything good. Yeah, of course. So, in the course of testing, I encountered one or two errors. As to say, I believe there were issues with the base code. I didn't notice anything wrong with Lion's work. It should be functional. Show us. Clearly embarrassed, Guillermo loads up the login page, which immediately flags an error. I sigh, closing my eyes in disbelief. This is going to fail us. Open your code, please. Guillermo pulls up his editor program and allows the professor to scroll through his work. Here, you've overwritten some of Lion's commands, and it's causing a clash. Why didn't the two of you review this together? You know what? Don't bother explaining. It's a waste of time. You were supposed to create a working page. Lion, your code is functional and makes a good foundation. Guillermo, yours needs work. It's a little sloppy and it's the source of this error. I'll give you two the benefit of the doubt and say it's your first project. Fix it tonight and submit it to me working by tonight, and I'll grade it. If you can't get it done by then, I'll consider it a fail from you both. Let's move on. Brimming with anger, Guillermo switches off his camera and stops the screen share. I messaged him privately in chat. After this, we are sitting down and working together on your code. I don't care if you want to or not. That was so embarrassing. I'm not going to fail this class because of you. Okay. Doesn't say anything else, which surprises me. I half expected a snarky comment blaming me, or some sort of defensive remark about how the professor doesn't know what he's on about. Maybe being dressed down in front of 20 other people has finally made him see that he can't do this alone. Whatever the reason, I hope this is a positive step. As much as he annoys me, if he helps save our grade, I'm willing to give him another chance. I tune back into the lesson, my legs still anxiously twitching as I think about the work that awaits us when it's over. As soon as the class is finished, I message Guillermo again. Right, we have 6 hours to fix this mess. Can you make it to the library today? He responds quickly, but thank God. As per usual, his attitude is less than helpful. No, sorry. I've got to stay home today. Why? None of your business. It is my business because you're about to make me fail this assignment. I'm not screwing around, Guillermo. We can do an assignment without being in the same room. Stop getting your panties in a twist. That's rich coming from him, the one who made such a fuss about us even being paired together. I grit my teeth, briefly considering quitting university and pursuing life as a drifter, then count to 10. Then call me. Now. The video call flashes up and I accept. There he is, in all his silken finery, in his gigantic living room, and his stupid handsome face, with his annoyingly beautiful hair, glittering eyes, and perfect cheekbones. Freaking Guillermo! I hope this won't take us all afternoon. I've got things I have to do today. He tosses his head imperiously like I'm the one wasting his time. This guy has a serious delusional complex if he thinks I give a damn about his plans. We're sitting here for as long as we need to. Yeah, I'll be honest, I don't care. This is your screw up and I'm not going to fix it. You don't have to be annoying about how long it takes. Share your screen so we can get started. Believe me, I don't want to spend any longer with you than I have to either. He sighs and pulls up his code. No wonder it didn't work. It looks like copy-pasted spaghetti code from somewhere else and tried to adapt it. It's all a total mess. The hell is this? Tell me the truth, Guillermo. Did you copy this from somewhere? All code's the same, isn't it? I don't see how using someone else's template and just adapting it for my purposes is so wrong. Well, first of all, it's plagiarism and you'll fail because the work isn't yours. Second of all, no, code is not all the same. Have you been listening to Professor Hodge? Yeah, sometimes. Look, I have a busy life, alright? I don't need this from you. Just help me get it to work so I can get on with my day. I'm beginning to really lose my temper with him. This code is going to take hours to fix, and if he can't remember which parts I plagiarized, it's going to be even harder. It's not like he's going to take this course seriously. Everything about him, from his manner to his work ethic, scream of privileged upbringing. He's probably never had to actually put a hard day's graft into anything in his whole life. I can't help you if you don't even understand what you're doing wrong. Like this section here, it's written completely differently to the part down here. Did you even test this at all? I already told you, I'm busy. Get off my back and start helping. Guillermo, this is your work, and you're going to have to put in some effort as well. I'm not here to carry you through all this. Yes, if. I don't get carried. Then tell me which parts of this code you actually wrote. The beginning? Then I edited some of these sections towards the end. Helpful? I scroll through the mess of lines on the page, shaking my head. It's like a horrific Frankenstein's monster of different copy-pasted strings. We're gonna have to start over. This is definitely gonna take all day. Guillermo frowns, his slender brows crossing in irritation. Can't we change yours to match mine? Will that be quicker? No, Guillermo, it won't, because mine is actually what we're supposed to be doing, and yours is a hellscape. If I made mine match whatever this is, we'd break the login page so badly that the computer would stop functioning. His expression changed from annoyed to frosty. Good. We've gotten under his skin. Frankly, he needs to be riled up, or we are never getting this done. All right, you've made your point. I agreed to sit here and fix this code, not to listen to you preach at me. You're not better than me. Never said I was. Stop with this sanctimonious lecture and start working on the assignment. Bite my tongue, getting the work done is more important. I can't deal with him, I'm out. I'll bite my tongue. Despite a number of heated responses that spring to mind, I have to be the level-headed one here. If I rise to his level, then we'll both end up in a screaming match. And we're against the clock with this assignment. Putting Guillermo in his place is not worth losing my grade. Talk to me like that. Talk to me like that one more time and you're on your own. He sneers and opens his mouth to respond, but I cut him off. Letting him talk hasn't led to anything productive so far, and I doubt whatever he is about to say is going to change that trend. I'm going to start from the beginning. Look at my screen. You see this section here where you've laid out the parameters for the page. All of these values have been copy-pasted from elsewhere. Some of them don't even relate to what we're making. This is adding a whole load of unnecessary strings, and we need to actually define some of the other things that we are doing. Do you follow? Guillermo nods, stony face. He looks bored already. Well, tough. It's his fault we're here in the first place. We worked through the issues with his code, and luckily, between the two of us, we managed to thrash out a very basic working page. This whole afternoon is spent in total silence, other than my directing him where to work next. He's slow and struggles with the basics, but I don't think it's because he's incapable. He's just bored and clearly not applying himself properly. He must be one of those genius kids who coasted through school without having to try, and now he doesn't know how to actually study. The more I learn about Guillermo, the more I'm finding there's really very little to like, except his beautiful face, which should be a crime. At 11 p.m., we finally finish, and he hangs up the call without so much as a thank you. I'm left to email a task to the professor just before the deadline. Then I go back to bed, drained, and thinking about what heinous acts I must have committed in a previous life. That's the only reason the universe would land me with Guillermo. It must be. Anyway, that's all the time I have for today's episode of Gilded Hearts. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys do want to play this yourselves, link to the game will be in the description below. And also, do let me know if you guys want me to come back for another part of this, okay? Like, would you guys want to see more of me, like, going through Guillermo's route? Like, just let me know down there. But anyway, thank you all so much for coming. I hope you all have a lovely rest of the day. And as always, I'll be seeing you in the next video. This is Lion, signing off. Ciao.